Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Zube here, and I'm going to be doing a random collective reading. If you are interested in a personal reading, I do astrology or tarot. You can visit my website, which is teresazube.com. You can find that underneath. Bless you and bless me. And I pray for a message to come through that is meaningful for those who need it. As I was coming into here, I kind of meditated for a minute. And for some reason, I can't get this out of my head. And so I'm going to share it and we're going to see how it applies. But ever since my kids were little, we had this funny thing where like the sound a helicopter makes is because they were little and I can't even make a helicopter sound. What does a helicopter sound like? But we still do it, like, 10 years later, whenever we see a helicopter. And so when I was meditating for a minute, I was seeing myself in a helicopter with going like almost cartoonish, with like the ground shifting below. It does feel like the ground is shifting underneath us. Astrologically, we've had Saturn move into Aries, Neptune move into Aries, Jupiter is going into Cancer. There's a lot changing, and I've been getting a message too of peace, where we have to be we don't have to do shit. We can be like chaos. We could just be mass chaos if we want to. But for me, it's important to find peace within myself no matter what is going on in the world. And in my life, it's as though that lesson is never really finished, because there's always, things are always shifting in the world, especially now. Anyway, so we're in our cartoon helicopters going blah, 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 blah. And that's what I got. This reading is timeless. It may not be for everyone. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't force it to fit. Don't force me to fit. If you don't like me, it'll hurt my feelings, because I'm not so evolved that my people liking me thing is completely gone. But you can hate watch. I am a big girl. I'll get over it. Maybe just don't hate comment, but you can do that too. I'll get over that as well. I've gotten over some shit in my life, I'll tell you. Okay, so let's pull some cards and see what comes out. All right, we're in our helicopters. King of Wands. This is us in our authority. It's really funny too, because I don't want to tell you, but I'm going to tell you. I tried to do this reading before and it didn't work. I guess my helicopter was just, hitting some turbulence. But I got the King of Wands in that same spot. But the King of Wands is like standing in our own authority. We are who we are. You are who you are. I have been working with this new recording program. If you've been here before, maybe you've been noticing differences, but I rewatched my video from the other day and it removes like pauses, and I hate it. Like, I'm a person, I pause, and I sat there watching it and I'm like, man, I just don't care that much about that. Like, this is me sitting at my desk pulling cards. I'm a human being that goes, I'm not that refined. I'm not that like it's just this. It's just bullshit. There's a lot of bullshit. Wow, did I just call myself a bullshitter? No, I mean, maybe, like, what are we doing? I don't know. There's a clip by Theo Von, and I sent it to my daughter, where he's going, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I show up every day Like, that's kind of how I feel about life in general. And I think this is like the King of Wands. It's like, just be that. Just be who you are. Awkward and everything. Sometimes my kids get embarrassed because I just tell people now that I have social anxiety, and it was better when I used to drink. I mean, not really, but like it was for a little bit. I wouldn't be near as socially anxious because, with a couple of drinks in me, I felt more comfortable. But now I'm just like, yeah, I'm socially awkward. I just am. And we have on the external, we have the Nine of Swords. This is a card of like fear and anxiety. See, like most importantly, what I'm seeing right now is the swords behind him represent things that have happened. Like, well, I did that before and this terrible thing happened. Or this is like fear of the past repeating, or, literally waking up anxious, having nightmares, fear of the future, ruminating on the past, or, but like, look at the contrast between those two cards. Sometimes the internal card we're not necessarily feeling yet. So this could be something like that. Maybe this is something we're getting to, but like there are external fears that are meeting us to challenge us to be confident in who we are. Let's see what God says. What's up in I pull another card for the higher perspective spot. Wow. The Fool. Taking a leap of faith, being just confidently foolish. Sometimes people think the Fool card is a bad card because you're like a fool, but no, it's it's that naivety. He only has a light pack. He doesn't need much. He's about to fall off a cliff, but the dog is like, "Hey, yo, idiot, you're about to fall off the cliff. Like, pay attention." This is going forward in faith, knowing that if you follow your intuition, the dog kind of represents your guides, or your intuition. Just knowing that if you need to know, you'll know. If you need to know something, you'll know it. Wow. I want to clarify the King of Wands. The Queen of Swords. The swords are air. That's our thoughts, our mind, our mentality. Okay. So on the external, we have these Nine of Swords. This is like we might be showing up in a way that's fearful, or we may be encountering. The external card is like us externally, or it could be what is meeting us. So maybe we are confronting fears, or maybe we're showing up in a way that's a little bit fearful. Maybe things from the past are coming up. I really like that we got the King of Wands, this is like being kings project. They move outwards, they make decisions, they project outwards. The queens receive. And to me, the Queen of Swords is very logical. She is the most masculine of the queens because they go on a spectrum. And so she's very logical. She's very critical. She thinks about things, but she does listen. It's still that receptive and nurturing queen energy. So she listens intently and she takes everything into account. But the King of Wands is coming out where we still want to stand in our power and in our authority. And the wands specifically are feeling passion, feeling fire, taking action, movement. And the Fool card coming in the God spot, that's incredible. It's like, God, spirit, universe, whatever. This is like, have faith. It's going to be okay. You're in your little cartoon helicopter, and maybe the landscape that is shifting underneath you is all like really real world 3D stuff. But like you're up, you're in your helicopter. it's it's kind of, I mean, I don't know. I guess what's funny about it is I do say with the Ten of Pentacles card, not that I pulled that, but with the Ten of Pentacles card, that's like looking out at the bigger picture, looking over the horizon, looking at the distance. And if you get up in your, I say an airplane, but if you rise up in your little helicopter and you look down at your life and the entire course of it, there are going to be ups and downs. And, you know, if you can find a connection to yourself, to your higher self, can you find some time for quiet? Let's get, I want to turn back around to this like peace part. Like just, this is so hard, you guys. It's something that you do over and over and over again. It's something I do over and over again. I mean, and you know, if you have being at peace and chaos, like if you have that down, then you're probably not watching me. Like we're all in this. Let's pull some oracle cards on how do we find peace in chaos. Competition. Summon courage and self-confidence. Oh my gosh. Okay, ready? You know what I love about this? Because yeah, on the external, we have the Nine of Swords. I think we may be meeting some fears. With the competition card, they're not going easy on us. They're not saying like float away on your little cloud with like a harp or whatever, or, you know, float out of earth. And it's saying get in it, like confront your fears. Have faith. Be the fool. Be you. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if you're not sure of how it's going to turn out for you, if you're confident about your position, show up as that. Let's put one of these. All right. I don't pull these very often. Stretch. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for staying by my side and motivating me to take excellent care of myself in all ways. So I'm seeing this stretch as actually like physically stretching your body, taking good care of your body. Again, the King of Wands, wands are action. So taking action, taking physical movement, taking up space, moving maybe in places that this isn't the deck I'm looking for. There it is. It's the same size. Moving in places that maybe you're afraid to move into. Doing things that you might be afraid of doing. We're finding peace, stretching. I think I was meditating today and I was sitting there and my hand kind of started to twitch a little bit and I tried to hold it still. And then I'm like, wait, actually... And I held my hands up and I just like let them both shake because it's like I feel enervated. That's one of the words that has been coming to me. Seismic, enervated. It's like there's something like building within. Maybe you're feeling that too. But anyway, like stretching, moving our body. And I sat in meditation and just let my hands tremble. Just to kind of let nervous energy move out or whatever it is. And I thought it was kind of funny that my first instinct was to hold still because I'm meditating, la, la, la. No, let it out. Like let I do that sometimes in meditation. I'm like, oh, let me just shake, clean it up. So I don't know if you have kids, but I do. And sometimes when they clean, I always have to go check their closet. You know, I was a teenager also. So are you putting stuff in your closet? Sometimes we can hide from things, that competition, facing our fears. We can hide things that we don't want to deal with. What are we not confronting? What needs to be cleaned up? It can't be cleaned up unless we look at it. Maybe there's something that we need to see. Like the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands, like we've got to show up. The Queen of Swords makes decisions. You know, she listens and then she makes decisions. Like, but she'll hear out the fears, but she also holds up a sword. And both of these cards are very authoritative, and that's on the internal, but it might be getting intense on the outside. And it doesn't have to mean intense, like bad intense, but it could just be there's a lot going on. Maybe we're losing sleep because like we're excited, like there's something happening. I'm not done yet. You know what? I'm going to pull one of these. I don't usually pull these here. We got our Starseed Oracle. These are really pretty cards. They're kind of out there. I don't know how out there you guys are, but I'm going to take you there. Unless you leave. Okay. Peace. We're facing our fears. What's going on? What are we doing here? What should we focus on from our crazy helicopter? Weight of the world. Boundaries. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. I have never pulled this card, which is kind of funny. Put that there. I think that might be really blurry. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm just looking at things blurry. I want to read this, but weight of the world, it's like, it's not the end of the world if there's a confrontation or if there's competition or if you don't do something perfectly or if you fail or whatever. I'm talking to myself here too, because that's how this all works. Like we're all learning and walking and doing stuff, and the more that you try, even if you know the outcome isn't what you want it to be, just the more that you get to try. I remember when I first moved to Colorado when I was 24, there were people who were like, what if you can't make it there and you have to come home? And I'm like, oh well, I honestly was kind of like, so what? So then I come home. Like I tried to live in Colorado. I was pretty naive in that sense. I know some people would be afraid of that, but I was like, well, what, am I not allowed to come back? Are you guys going to make fun of me? Like, would somebody be that much of a douchebag? It didn't happen. I ended up moving to Colorado and never moved back to Jersey. But anyway, it was just kind of funny. That's probably more people projecting like their own fears or maybe even jealousies on me at the time. But I would have been like, at least I tried it. Weight of the world. You don't need to carry it all. You're no good to anyone if you're running on empty and bogged down by the weight of the world. This card is a reminder to look after your own well-being before anyone else's, to stop carrying the world's problems on your shoulder, to put on your own oxygen mask first. In these changing times, it's hard not to feel overwhelmed by the state of the planet. However, you can't take on its problems from a place of energetic depletion. So look, if shit gets hard, get in your helicopter, blah, 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 go up, tell yourself some jokes, you know, communicate with your higher self, with the universe, with spirit, whatever it is that you want to do. We can elevate, and then we do need to get in it. Just be. Just be and do. Anyway, I appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. And yeah, like and subscribe if you like what you see here. I wish you the best as you move about the earth today. And I don't know, I'm having an interesting time as well. It's good. It's good, but it's interesting. Facing a lot of fears. And that actually feels nice rather than letting them live back here and kind of wreak havoc. I feel like I've been struggling with my confidence, and I'm taking some steps that are scary, but are making me realize that I have reason to be confident, even if things don't go exactly as I think that they should be going. Anyway, love you. Take care.